Hey, so what's going on? What are y'all doing tonight?
We're getting ready to drop an interview here at 90.1. We're getting ready to drop about 3 or 4 of our songs. We're here celebrating the release of 5INCARIO's Dia de los Muertos. So hopefully they're going to play it here in a little bit.
True that.
KSYM, San Antonio College Radio. Welcome to another edition of the Urban Suite. I am your host, D Major, here to bring you the best of underground hip-hop, R&B, and surprises galore. Joined as always by my partner in crime, Sherril Metal.
Hey, San Antonio.
Hope everyone had a great weekend. It is the last Monday of the month. So we've got special guests in the house. Before we do anything else, I want to give a shout out to our Uber driver tonight, Ken.
Yes, Ken. You are awesome, man. I hope you're tuning in.
Yes, indeed.
Yep.
Hey, like I said, jam-packed show for you tonight. Joining us in the first hour, it is our friends 5INCARIO. How are you doing tonight, y'all?
How's it going? What's up, San Antonio?
How y'all doing?
What's up?
Stay tuned. Great conversation with them coming up. And in the second hour, it is the host with the most. Our friend TJ will be joining us in studio as well.
Haha.
Yep. So, stay tuned, y'all. A lot of good stuff coming up. In this block of music, we have brand new music from Copyright. But let's go ahead and get into the latest from Smart Bomb Music and XL The Beast. The track is called Shadows, featuring Slain and produced by The Archetype. Do not go anywhere, y'all. More coming up. This is the Urban Suite, KSYM, San Antonio College Radio.
Hey.
KSYM, San Antonio College Radio. This is the Urban Suite, D Major, Sherril Metal, and joining us for our first open mic session this evening, we have the gentleman from 5INCARIO. How are you this evening?
What's up?
We good. How y'all doing?
I'm doing great. Glad to have 3 of the members here.
Yeah.
Introduce yourselves to let everyone know who's who.
All right. They call me Crayon. Okay. I've been doing this for a while. We got my boy Mark Steptoe.
Hello, my name is Mark. We've been with 5INCARIO. We've been working on this journey now for about 2 years, right?
Yeah.
Since we started recording. So, but yeah, I'm just glad to be here tonight with you guys and share a little info on the new album we just dropped.
Yep.
Yeah, what's up? This is me, the Wicked G, part of 5INCARIO's, also part of Twice the Power. And these guys that you just heard are part of Too Hard, Too Hype. So, San Antonio, if you don't know your history of San Antonio hip-hop, you got to look into this because these guys, Too Hard, Too Hype, they came out back in the late 80s, early 90s when really there was not any hip-hop group coming out of San Antonio. Mm-hmm. So they dropped their first vinyl record here. So, I mean, I want to say they were the first, San Antonio hip-hop group to come out of San Antonio. And, they did a lot of good things. I mean, they were opening up for Selena. They were opening up for Vanilla Ice.
Wow.
They did La Semana. I mean, I was trying to get on La Semana. I don't know how they did it, but, they were doing a lot of good things back in the days. As far as me, Wicked G, I was part of Twice the Power, which we had a good run. We didn't come out till 93. Mm-hmm. So after 93, we had a good run, went on tour. Got hooked up with Johnny Z from Shake Your Culo and, did that run with the lowrider shows all over Texas and putting out CDs and tapes. But this is back in the days, and so now you got 2 powerhouse groups. You got Too Hard, Too Hype that actually kind of paved the way for a lot of hip-hop groups in San Antonio. And then you got Twice the Power, which had a good run. And you get these 2, put them together. Now you got 5INCARIO. Man, now that's a force to be reckoned with.
Okay, so let's start off at the beginning. Too Hard, Too Hype. How did you guys form?
Man.
So the other 2 guys that couldn't be here tonight, they're the original members of Too Hard, Too Hype. So me back in the day, I used to dance. Mm-hmm. I met them as a dancer. He used to dance as well. Mm-hmm. But then back when one of the most popular songs that we did was "I Have a Solution."
Yeah.
He was a real big part of it. He's the one that did the chorus on it. Mm-hmm. And so that way, it's funny the way it just all came together. Those two, you know, Kenneth and Richard were the original members. They hooked up with him. He was a dancer, then I was a dancer, and he started getting on the mic, and he actually did like a whole
transition, yeah.
he transitioned and did an album with him. But yeah, so that's how it started off. But I said that this was like in the early '90s when we were doing all that.
Yeah, Walita's Kitchen. It's one of our best albums that we did, and like I Have a Solution took off to where we didn't even know what it was doing. It still gets played from what I hear. So
It still gets played.
yeah, it still gets played.
That says a lot.
And not really,
That says a lot, man.
not by request. No, but it's just pretty much the love for the song. It's Mr. Poetry and Rockster. They were the lead vocals on that, and the message got through, but I guess you can say we were a little ahead of our time. Now DJ M3, creative cat, that's the best. If it wasn't for him, shout out to that Casio keyboard. We came up with that song in the middle of the night at his house, just digging, trying to find the right lyrics for that, the right chorus, because you could just do a song and it can just go to crap. But Kenneth had a great message, and I wanted to make sure that we had a great hook to go forward with that. So
How was it? How was it to transition from being a dancer to actually getting behind the mic?
I was jealous of them guys. It was like these guys. Kenneth is probably one of the best MCs I've ever met. Like he can give some MCs a run for their money with his lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
They were really good. And I was in choir and I wanted to do music, but when I saw how they were doing it, I was impressed. So.
Yeah.
Long story short, I thought I could write a song. I did a song, and I sung it a cappella, and it was called Never Let Go. But that's our underground song that nobody has. And they was like, hey, can you do something else with it? So I'm like, sure. Tell me what you need me to do. And we went with it. They led us, or led me to keep going and keep going and keep going. Honestly, as long as I've been doing this,
Mm-hmm.
I can't quit because of them. These are my brothers. And it's like if I can keep coming up with hooks and doing some good music, I'm gonna do it because it's gonna go on. My legacy, My son is even good. It's like he's incredible. I wish I could have. Smooth, he's the best. He's better than me.
Wow.
But I'll give him his credit when it's time. But right now,
Next time, bring him up.
Huh?
Next
Next
time,
time,
bring
bring
him
him
with
up.
you.
Oh, my son. You would be amazed at this kid. I'm so proud of him.
We
But
want to be
Sincadio's is funny because when I was in another group, when me and M3 formed Stigma, we did Strawberry. It did well. Don't Knock It did well. We toured, we did everything. And
Which one's the one that went #1 in Hawaii?
that was Strawberry.
I'm one in Hawaii.
Yes.
Okay.
The story behind us is, music-wise, it goes further than just a 3-page or whatnot. Because we've constantly keep doing it, we never quit. We're not like everybody else. We're either gonna make club music, house music, something with a message or whatnot. Hip-hop has always been about delivering a message, making sure there's a memory. And that's what we want to keep doing. That's what we try. If we're angry, we're going to give you an angry song. If we're happy, we're going to give you a happy song. If we're, got something political to say, we'll put it in there in a way that people will be like, hey, I like that.
That's what's up.
That's what's up.
And it's cool that you have people around you that are encouraging you to improve your craft.
We have the baddest.
That's dope.
We have a great diversity. Politically, everybody's got their own opinion, and so, like I said, we fight like brothers, but we love like brothers too. We can agree and disagree, and keep going. But I went from so many different ways. I went from C major to crayon. I wanted to make sure I represent everyone. That's why I went out. Everybody asked, why do they call you crayon? Well, I don't represent the black community, the white, the Puerto Ricans or anything. I represent the world, and because I lived in the Philippines.
Oh, word.
So I see music in a totally different light. You know, I didn't, when I got here, hip hop was supposed to be just all one community. When I was over in the Philippines, it was everybody.
Everything, yeah. That's
Melting
what's up.
pot.
As it should be.
Oh yeah, that's the way it should be. That's
Yeah.
the way it should be.
Music is a universal language. You know, anyone can understand anything just at a drop of a.
Exactly.
That's what it's supposed to be.
That's the way it's supposed. And then you know, it's repetitive and so forth. But like I said, when we got together at Sicardio's, and we had stopped, these guys came up with a song with DJ Fury. And Fury, and that beat was just so amazing. I was like, guys, you guys gotta let me get on it. And they're like, okay, come on over. Went over, did what I did, and every day was a different project. Every week was a different project. It ended up being something that we were just having fun with at Eli's house.
So when we get back, we're gonna talk about the formation of Twice the Power,
Okay.
and then figure out how everyone, all these little factions, came together like Voltron and formed.
Exactly.
So stay tuned, y'all. We got more coming up. In this block of music, we have music from Next Step and from Joaquin. Let's go ahead and get into a track from St. Carlos. This is Fin de something.
Fin de
Semana.
Yes.
Fin de semana.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get into that right now. Hey, y'all, stay tuned. More coming up. This is the Urban Suite KSYM, San Antonio College Radio.
Yo, it's your boy, Mr. CR, and you now tuned in to KSYM 90.1.
Hobenstein, what the fuck? Haven't seen that name in a while. How are you? Shouts out to Third Class Productions, Gil, the winner
What's going on, Gilbert?
of the home base promo freestyle.
KSYM, San Antonio College Radio. This is the Urban Suite. D Major, Sherril Metal, St. Carlos in the studio. Twice the Power.
Yes.
How did the group form?
Okay, Twice the Power, basically we come out of the east side of San Antonio. I went to Sam Houston,
Word.
straight out of Del Crest.
Okay.
Yeah, so shout out to Mr. IROC and Kid Ray, original members of Twice the Power, and of course me, the Wicked G. Like I said, we started way back in the late 80s, kind of like when these guys, Too Hard to Hide, were already doing stuff. We were trying to get on, things to do shows, trying to, do whatever we could, but we were still too immature or too, we really didn't have any of the connections that these guys had. But yeah, started back in the late 80s, early 90s. When we got our big break was 1993.
Okay.
We did a show at Club Spice. If anybody remembers that, Club
Yeah.
Spice. Yeah, so back then we opened up for Johnny Z, Mr. Shake Your Cool, and he was, it was 1,000 plus, people there. So that was kind of our big break.
Yeah.
And we had our boy DJ Trini B, which was on 90.1 back in the day, and other promoters from all over Texas. So when we did our first show at Club Spice, it was just crazy because it was all new to us. We didn't have any connections, we didn't know who to talk to, and we get this one show, and now we have, we're on 90.1 with Trini B. He had a hip hop show on Saturdays. I think it was like from 11 to 2.
Shouts out to Trini B.
Yes. And then
Trini.
from there, it just kind of snowballed. We were getting calls from Austin, Dallas, the lowrider shows, doing other clubs. So, man, it was a good run. We had a good run.
Yeah. My bad. Somebody was sending me a picture, and I was like, "What the?"
So we had a good run. We're doing anything and whatever we could. We had our first CD came out.
I don't know what. Hold on.
Turn your volume up.
My phone's going off. I don't know why is it doing that.
Yeah, we just had a volume out. Yeah.
All right, I did it. All right, there you go.
So our first CD came out in 1995, which was called Stepping Over the Edge.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so we were kind of one of like the first groups to have CD or any kind of material out. So we're doing shows with major artists, Cypress Hill, UGK.
Yeah.
I mean, that was one of our biggest shows, UGK, at Imperial Ballroom.
Nice.
Right there off of Calibra.
Yeah.
So,
Wow. Okay.
so I
That's what's
mean,
up.
we did have a good run. I mean, and shout out to these guys too, Too Hard to Hide, because I mean, if you think of Sincarios and you have Too Hard to Hide, you have Stigma, and then you have Twice the Power, and even the other guys that are not really doing the music, you know, they still have our back. They still give us their input and say, well, you should, you know, maybe do this, do that. So they're still a part, you know, of the whole group thing. So, you know, shout outs to Mr. Poetry, Kid Ray, Mr. IROC. You know, DJ M3 has a big part of it because he produced the majority of the album.
Wow.
For the one track, Doodle, which is produced by DJ Fury out of Atlanta. So I don't know if y'all remember DJ Fury, but he had all them bass tapes and CDs back, you know, in the
Back in the day.
yeah, back in the 80s, 90s, yeah.
Yeah.
So shout outs to him. And I do want to give shout out to Jaime Vidal and Carlos Martinez for putting us on the cover of Street Talk magazine. Because Incario is on the cover of this Street Talk. And you know, it's about time we get, you know, recognition for a lot of the stuff that we did back in the days. And we also want to give shout out to all our fans, whether you were a Too Hard to Hide fan, a Stigma fan, a Twice the Power fan. But you know, if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't keep going. You know what I mean? We probably would have called it quits back in the day. You know, hey, it ain't going nowhere. But and you know what? Funny thing is, that's how Sincarios was formed. Was one of the guys came up to me and said, "Hey, when are y'all doing a new Twice the Power CD?" I said, "Man, we ain't doing nothing anymore, you know. You know, that's already done." So he says, "What if I get you a beat?" You know, I talked to DJ Fury, you know, what if I get you a beat, and would y'all do it? So I don't know, I gotta hear the beat first. So he showed us the beat, and it was dope, you know. Some of my guys in Twice Power didn't really want to jump on it, so, you know, I showed it to these guys, and they said, hey, let's get in the studio, let's do it. Once we did that first track, Doodle, we showed Mondo. Mondo said, oh, what are y'all doing? Y'all doing music again? I got tracks for you. So then we started jumping.
He got tracks for you.
Yes.
Yes.
Wow.
Nice.
That's how Sincarios came to be. And just to let everybody know, the word Sincarios, it's 2 words. It's cinco and it's sicario, which is a Spanish or Mexican hitman, whatever you want to call it. I don't know if you've seen the movie. But there's 5 of us. There's 5 of us. So it's Sincarios,
Right.
like 5 hitmen making hits.
Exactly.
Talking music hits, not, you know, we're not offering anybody, but we're making music hits.
That's
Well, when
dope.
you drop your tracks and you hit the stage, you're hitting people.
Yeah. And that's the name of our album. It's called The Hit List.
Dope.
Because, you know.
We're gonna get you.
How did it feel to even be back in the studio, behind the mic, working with people, making music, to get into that whole vibe again?
Man, I
I'm
mean,
gonna tell you what, for me it was weird because this cat named JC Flores, he dragged
Shouts
me.
out to JC.
JC Flores dragged me out of the woodworks to do a song with him, and it was before these guys did Duro, and I'm gonna say about 2 or 3 years, and we did this track called Bum Bum, and it did well. It kind of like, gave me like some life, and then that's when, like I said, they did their track, and I heard us, because they put it on Facebook, it's like, look what we're doing, and I'm like, what? Like, I immediately called Mark, and I immediately called Eli and said, hey, what are y'all doing? It's like, can I get on there? Can I, just make it hype? I don't want y'all to just put out anything. Y'all my boys, so I ain't gonna let y'all look crazy. It's like I'm the hype man. And whatchamacallit, like I said, Duro is what set it off. And it felt good to be behind the studio, be back in the studio doing stuff. It's getting on the stages and so forth, because everybody wants, certain artists to do certain things and whatnot, but we're not like that. When we're on stage, you're gonna be looking like, okay, what's this guy doing? How's he spitting? What's he doing? I mean, we're everywhere to where you're gonna get a show.
Yeah.
All the time. All the time. And if I'm up there, if I'm up there, it's gonna be animated.
For sure.
In fact, when we come back, we're going to talk about. You guys have a show due coming up pretty soon, right?
Yeah,
It's possible.
yeah. We actually got a couple of shows, but we'll talk about it.
Yeah, we definitely want to talk about what you got coming up and any other music that you're currently working on as well.
Oh.
Stay tuned, y'all. We definitely got more coming up with Incarios. In this block of music, we have a track from Apostle and some music from Spanish Fly as well. Well, let's go ahead and get into another track from Incarios. This is El Borracho.
Cumbia.
Cumbia. Oh, all right. Let's go.
Keep it locked. More coming up, y'all. This is the Urban Suite KSYM, San Antonio College Radio. KSYM, San Antonio College Radio. This is the Urban Suite D Major, Sherril Meadows, Incarios in the studio with us. So, what are you guys working on right now as far as music? Any shows coming up? What can we expect from you?
So right now, what we're working on right now, we're shooting a lot of videos for most of the tracks that we have. I mean, we have so many songs that we want to make videos for, and we dropped one last year called Dia de los Muertos, and you can find that on YouTube under Incarios. But we're shooting a new one for the Andale song, and we're going to keep going with the videos.
Yeah.
Just to express, what the song's about. As far as shows, we got maybe a pop-up coming up March 16th at the Lowrider Show. That's going to be at the KSYM. So
At Freeman.
at the Freeman Coliseum.
Oh, that's what's up.
It's I think it's the KSYM Civic Center. Sorry, they have a hall there. So.
Probably the Expo Hall, right
Yeah,
behind
the
the
Expo
actual,
Hall,
right behind
exactly.
the Coliseum
Yeah, that's
itself,
what it is.
which is sizable in itself. I've been in there numerous times and
Yes.
stuff. So yeah, that'll be a good spot.
Yep.
Do you know who else is going to be on that bill?
Yeah, it's gonna be Kid Frost,
Oh,
Little
legend.
Rob,
Lizette.
Brown Boy,
Oh, wow.
Lizette Melendez,
Yeah.
I think it's Pepe Marquez, and one other cat. But
Yeah, there's one other cat. I'm trying to remember what it was.
That's a pretty stacked lineup.
yeah, it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be packed. I mean, they did it last year, and I mean,
And they blew
I
it
need
up.
to go.
It's
yeah.
gonna be dope. For sure.
So, and another thing, we have a big show coming up in August.
Okay.
August 3rd. I would call it kind of like a reunion show and have Two Hearts of Hype, have Stigma, and Twice the Power, and then at the end do a full Cincario set. So, I mean, that show is going to be pretty big because, I mean, the last reunion show we did was in 2019, and we sold out in 3 days. So it's been since 2019.
Yeah. Wow.
So we're in 2024, August 3rd. You're just going to have to listen out to where we're going to have it and all the other details, but that's going to be a big one because if you like Two Hearts of Hype, I have a solution. You like Stigma, Strawberry, Twice the Power, Don't You Know I'm Local, Meow Meow, all that other stuff, all together under one roof, and then Incarios to top it off.
And you said your current release is called The Hit List.
Yes.
Or the album.
Yes.
Okay. And where can people go once again to check out the videos and everything?
All our music is on all the platforms: Apple, Spotify, Pandora. You can also go on YouTube. We have podcasts on there. We have videos, and then we got more videos coming out.
That's what's up. Do me a favor. Keep us in mind for August 3rd as a reminder so we can let people know what to expect when it's coming.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
That's what's
I appreciate you guys for coming through. If you are working on anything new, feed us.
Yeah. Can I give a couple of shout outs?
Gotcha.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to DJ Tony Montana, DJ Vicious, Battle of
Vicious.
the Alamo,
Billy Angelini.
Billy Angelini. We got stuff coming up with Billy too in April.
Yep.
So y'all need to stay tuned. Trini B, of course, DJ M3, Renee C, RC3, man, you gotta check out that kid.
Yes.
dangerous.
Yeah.
DMC winner, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a runner-up for the
Smooth
United
peanut.
States.
I got you.
Yeah, so, and Lewis too with the Lowrider magazine, it's gonna be a big show.
Man. Hey y'all, we're gonna wrap up this interview with another track from Incarios. This is Lights Out.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
Hey y'all, stay tuned. More coming up. The second hour of the Urban Suite is coming up next.
This is this song right here.
Hey, hey.
Turn it up in the boot, teenager!
What's up?
Turn-